What's up, guys? So I screwed up. I ordered the wrong parts like 2 times. Anyway, so actually no, 3 times, 4 times. 4 times I ordered the wrong parts. So lesson learned. I figured I'd kind of tell you guys what I learned, and so you don't make the same mistakes. So let's start with valve seals. So there's a couple different style valve seals, and I'm going to show you those right now. Okay, so the first style valve seal is this little dude, right? So these are technically supposed to be good for dual springs, all right? The problem is I'll get that in a minute. Anyway, the problem is you also have to have a seat. So this is just aluminum. If you put the spring in there and then you clamp it down, that spring's gonna deform that aluminum over time. So you need a steel spring seat, but these didn't come with it. So this is technically a 2-piece valve seal, but they only gave me half of it. And that's my fault because that's what I ordered. I ordered just that. I didn't get the seats. And the reason I ordered those is because originally I ordered these. You know, these are a seal and seat combined valve seal. The problem is this style is for single springs. I have dual springs. So the problem with that is when the springs are seated, that inner spring sits on that bumped out section right there. Okay, and that's no bueno. It's no good. So it actually pushes that spring up a little bit. So that's no good. So this is a single spring seal. Okay, so this is the first seal that I ordered. It was a BTR kit. I didn't realize that it was for single springs until it showed up, and on the package it said, you know, integrated seat seal for single springs. And well, these are the correct ones. I'll show you those in a second. So I ordered these because these were supposed to be for dual springs, but I didn't realize it was a 2-piece style that required a separate seat that didn't come with it. So I put all these on, and then I went to do the springs, and I was like, oh, excuse me, and I was like, you know what? That doesn't look right. So then I found these from Texas Speed. They're a PRC seal, which works good because it's PRC head, and these are actually Texas Speed guides. But this, you notice how it doesn't have that bumped out section. Dang it. That's like the worst spot for that to drop. Okay. So you see how it doesn't have that bumped out section? Like that one does? And that allows both springs to seat completely down. So these are the ones I need to put on. So if you've got dual springs, make sure you get this style valve seal. It's got the seat integrated into the seal. Gosh dang it. And that's what you want. So Not these. These if you have separate seats. These if you don't. So there you go. So there's that. So that was lesson number 1. Lesson number 2. I ordered the wrong damper or harmonic balancer. I ordered the one for the Corvette, so it was sitting almost flush with this front cover. So I had to send that back and get the correct one. There's a 1 part number difference. And then the second issue, or the last issue, I just sent these back today. The head studs. So I got the ARP head studs for the LS1. Sad day. But I had ordered the studs that had equal length studs for each location. And unfortunately, I didn't know that there's a pre-2004 and a post-2004 head stud. And the difference is, on the pre-2004s, you've got a short, you probably can't see it from here, but in the front and back, your studs thread in pretty quick. Like you drop them in and they thread in, and then you've got like 2 or 3 inches sticking out. And then you take that same stud, because they're all identical, and then you put it in here and it drops way in, and by the time you get it threaded in, it only sticks out about 3/4 of an inch, which is not enough. So for the pre-2004, you have to get the stud kit that has 4 short studs, because you're going to have 2 on each side, and then the rest, what is that? 5, 8. So you'll have 4 short and 16 long studs, and then you'll have 10 of these smaller, like 8mm studs or whatever. So it's the three different studs, stud lengths, stud sizes, whatever, are the ones that you want for pre-2004 LS motors. For post-2004 LS motors, you want the ones that have identical stud lengths. So, lesson learned. So we're waiting on those to come back, and then we'll be able to get these heads put on and check our push rod length. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and get these valve seals swapped out and get the valves put together so that the heads are at least ready to go on once the stud kit comes in. So yeah, we'll get to that. Probably just put you guys on time lapse because it's all stuff you've seen already, just in reverse. So yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay guys, we're back. Ashley had some dinner made, so now I got a full belly. Gonna go ahead and get this guy finished up. So, let's do that. Well, that's it for now. These aren't on here permanently. They're just sitting on the dowels, but that'll kind of give you an idea what this thing's gonna look like. So, starting to look pretty sweet. I did go ahead, I don't know if I showed you guys this or not. I painted up the 6.0 to look like 6.8. But we got that nice crinkle finish there. New dampeners on, the correct dampener is on. SFI spec, trick flow dampener. We got our water pump assembly on, ARP bolts on everything. So yeah, just waiting on the head studs to come back since I ordered the wrong ones. So we'll get those. Sensors are in. Those are on. That sensor's in. Yeah, so this thing's starting to look pretty sweet. We got our motor mounts with ARP bolts. Man, I am getting excited. So, yeah, hopefully this thing will be finished up here before no time. Probably go ahead and take these back off. And then maybe later this week, I'll go ahead and get this off the stand with the heads off. And then we'll get the rear main cover torqued down and see if we can get the flywheel on there. I don't know if I have enough clearance for it or not. We'll check that out. If I've got the clearance, I'll go ahead and put it on. That way it's on and I don't have to worry about it. So yeah, go from there. Actually, I probably ought to put, well, no, I can use, yeah, we'll get it figured out. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for today, guys. Thanks for checking in. This thing's looking pretty sweet. I can't wait to get this car running. Won't be too much longer, I don't think, but cool.